The phrase that sex, intimacy, and violence sells is present in all forms of advertisement, from clothing to beauty products, sports, cologne, perfume, even all the way to food. Now I will show you two examples of how sex and intimacy is being used in the sale of Skittles and Bod.
Lewis never smiles.
French the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
As you can see from the Skittles commercial, they use the phrase French the rainbow. This is also another term as French kiss. So this is how they are using intimacy to sell the product. Now I'm going to show you how Bod Body Spray uses it.
Hot Bod. Check out that B-O-D from me. I want your bod. Bodman Fragrance Spray.
As you can see from the Bod commercial, sex and intimacy is being used to the sexual appeal from the males in the eyes of the woman, from their sweaty bodies to their aggressiveness and their muscles. Here I'm going to show you mediated representations of femininity used to sell. Beauty, sex appeal, and sexual content is heavily used in marketing of products. The truth is they are trying to use it as positivity, but the fact of reality is they are bending and shaping the norms that is damaging to the self-esteem and image of women all around, who aren't seen in the image of models or use their body as sexual objects, which is pushing the agenda of what the perfect look is. As you can see here in the Burger King ad, they're using sex and intimacy to sell their sandwich, which is a 6-foot long sandwich, but they have the quote, "It blows your mind away," with the image of the sandwich going into a woman's mouth. Then, as you look closer to the right, we have a perfume model using intimacy by showing a male's arms wrapped around them, as showing that the desire of a good smell will bring. And then, as you come down closer looking at Budweiser, you see that Budweiser is pushing their product from women in swimming suits, with the brand going around their butts as a way of showing a sexual desire, which is being used towards the audience, which is predominantly male who love to drink beer. Now, as we get into the makeup ad right here, we get into the agenda that's being pushed, that the perfect woman is clear skin, light skin, and youthfulness. And you can see from the quote, "I'm perfected." Then in the far corner to the right, you see an ad from Victoria's Secret, which has struck a lot of controversy because they are showing that all the models are slim with light skin and words with the words "perfect body" as the quotes, as if anything else is ugly and unacceptable. Now I'm going to get into the mediated representations of masculinity used to sell. Mediated representation of masculinity is using the high sex drive and lust for women. Also, you can see that violence has become the norm in great movies. For example, right here you have Rambo, which is a great movie series that brought in a combined of 800 million in box office views. Then, as you look to the left, we have Scarface, which was released in 1983 and took the world by storm because of Al Pacino's character, who took over the world with violence, sex, and a lot of drugs, which brought in 68 million in box office views. But also, it is a classic in this generation. Here we get into another example of how violence and dominance is being used to sell a product. For example, the watch right here is on his wrist, but your main focus is that he is choking a woman, proving dominance and violence. Then, as you look down, you see that sex and intimacy is being used as a way of selling Versace, which is a cologne and, good smell. And then as you come over here to the right, you see the quote, "Real men score," with the image of a cologne bottle right here and a man looking up, which is showing sexual lust and desire being used to sell. Then as we get to the right, this is well-known Abercrombie and Fitch models who were basically brought outside of stores to take pictures with women as a way to bring them into the store by showing off their bodies. Here I'm going to get into mediated images to personal identity. To the right, you see that this is the perfect agenda that is being pushed, that the perfect woman has youthfulness, light skin, and clear skin. But also to the right, you see a body issue from ESPN, which is pushing the image that this is the perfect body of a woman. And also, they have the images pushing that this is the perfect body of a male, with athletes like Dwayne Wade, Gronk, and Saquon Barkley. The things that these three body issues by ESPN have in common is a fit male, strong, and athlete, which is pushing the agenda that this is what a real man looks like. Then to the left, you have a cover by Double XL saying survival of the fittest, with the rapper Lil Wayne and Baby on it. This is showing that this is what they think as the fittest by showing off the chains, the tattoos, and the aggressive looks. Right here is a ketchup ad showing a woman pointing at a lid with the quote, "You mean a woman can open it?" This is already pushing the agenda that women are weaker than men. Now I'm going to get into some gender bias situations. Right here is an image of a female astronaut, Christina Knock, who was replaced by a male colleague due to there not being enough female suits. This right here just proved that the astronaut world is male dominated. Here is an image of Katharine Graham, who was the first woman CEO of a Fortune 500 company, which sparked a ton of controversy from the passing of her husband because they did not feel that a woman is fit to run a company this large, which also has to deal with the gender bias that men, specifically CEOs, should hold those positions over women. Here I'm going to continue to attack the gender bias problem that has been here for centuries, and that's that women shouldn't hold higher positions in companies like CEOs. Here, Google had received a lawsuit from Kelly, who was hired in 2010. She had 4 years of experience, but she was hired at level 3, which is a level that is given to college graduates. But a man also who had 4 years of experience was hired to the same exact team, but at level 4, which gave him a higher level of employment, and he was able to receive higher salary, which gave him opportunity for more bonuses and raises. Now I'm going to talk about the challenge norms. And this image is going to piggyback on my last section in gender bias of how women shouldn't hold high positions like CEO positions in Fortune 500 companies. This is a challenge norm because now today 6.6% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women, which isn't great, but it's definitely a tremendous jump from what it used to be. To the right is the well-known magazine Vanity, which is using Caitlyn, who is well known as Bruce Jenner, a transgender, as a model, which has never been used before throughout U.S. history. I'm also going to stay on the topic of how model norms are being changed throughout history. Here's an image of a plus-size model who happens to be Izzo, which is a famous singer and rapper who is going against and defying the odds and norms that a model doesn't have to be slim, light skin with clear skin to be beautiful. Also to the right, we have ESPN's first body issue of a male athlete who isn't more towards the skinny side or the more cut side. Here is an image of how Nerf gun is defying the gender norms that they used to put off back in the day, that their guns were only for boys and that boys only have fun with their toys. So this is an image of them using a girl model. And this image right here is going against the challenge norm that men don't wear pink. Jupe Cologne is showing that real men wear pink by advertising their new cologne line, which happens to have a pink tone to it. Right here is an ad for the Disney and Pixar movie called Brave, and it challenged the norms of previous movies by Pixar and Disney of having a princess that wasn't the stereotypical girly girl portrayed throughout history who was looking for love from a man just by being beautiful and innocent. And that's my advertisement project on how sex, intimacy, and violence sells, but also expose the sexist, imperfect propaganda norms history has built throughout media.